Good morning. I surprised myself this morning. I did two things. I went back to bed after filming the sunrise. And when I got up the second time, I started exercising. I started playing around with a stick, and then I started rolling it on my body and working out knots, and it felt completely natural to want to do more, to move my body, to make it more subtle, to make it fluid and flexible and strong. And that isn't in my old paradigm. And I've been working towards that. I mean, the last couple of days I even went running, which I had hurt my ankle, I don't know, years and years and years and years, maybe even 10 years ago, and I couldn't run anymore. I even had trouble walking long distances or standing long times. And even though I got professional help with it, it's been taking a very, very long time to bring back the damage I had caused from walking on a partially dislocated ankle for several years. That's what stubbornness gets you. And I was like, wow, what a surprise. It was almost like something had shifted while I wasn't looking. Something had changed while I wasn't paying attention. Because I wasn't forcing myself, I wasn't doing it because I should. I just felt a natural impulse that let's go do that now. And that is true manifestation. At least I feel like it is. When you've shifted so much in your world that something happens, and my dog just walked in, something happens to you that's completely natural, like you're doing it every day, versus having to force yourself, having to change things. And that is just so amazing. You know, we often do all this inner work and then look at our outside world and like, why haven't things changed? Why haven't things shifted? And then to have those moments where you weren't paying attention, you weren't looking, and things have shifted, things have changed. And that, I think, is some of the most amazing confirmation of this type of work, of really focusing on what you want, on the inner world, and dismantling those beliefs that don't support that, to then change your personal vibration in such a way that your external world has to change, has to shift, because you don't line up anymore with what was before. And I am so grateful for having experienced these things, because it makes me want to keep going. It makes me feel like what I'm doing is actually working. What I'm spending my time on is valuable, even if it doesn't seem like that to the external world. And that's what I am extremely grateful for, is that the confirmation, even if it's just confirmation for myself, that I can shift my world, I can change my world, and I can do it in such a way that I don't even notice until the world has shifted. And it's almost like it shifts in an instant. It's almost like you do something and then all of a sudden you make a decision and your world is shifting. And it's really interesting because in some ways you're like looking for the shift, looking for the shift, looking for the shift. It's not working, it's not working, it's not working. then you kind of decide, oh well, I'm just going to focus on something else. And almost that unfocused time, that unfocused moment is what seems to allow the shift to happen. And then you look up and like, wow, I wasn't expecting that. Even so, you had put in all that programming, all that shift to facilitate the shift. You just held on so long that it wasn't able to shift. And I think that is part of the key, is at some point we can align and program only so much, but we have to let go and allow things around us to shift. And that letting go part can be, at least for myself, challenging. But I wanted to share this with you guys because our world seems so overwhelming. But we can have the power and abilities to shift our world to what we want it to be. And that's why I'm here sharing these things, because we need a little bit of hope. We need a little bit of, I did this, you can do it too. And I struggled, it's okay. You know, that's what I feel like my message is today, is that doesn't matter where you're at, a drop of love is greater than an ocean of hate, even if it doesn't seem like that. But it is so powerful, especially when you turn it towards yourself. And with that, I'm going to end this. Wish you all a lovely rest of the day. And love y'all. Bye for now.